And I think you hit the nail on the head. I thought it was exactly what we talked about afterwards. Both sides of the line out. Poor, there's remember the penalties we conceded, penalty try conceded, and all the you go up, you throw somebody across, you do the same thing the next line out. Of course, you're going to warn him. So yeah, and the entries. So I think and the discipline. I think. Oh yeah, I don't mind. It's just foul play penalties are frustrating. Tackling guys in the air or whatever else we did. So I agree. That's exactly right. That's what we talked about. That's a silver lining, I suppose, of a dark cloud. I think there's an element. Sash talked about it after the game. There's an element that bogey's off our back, but and I think what is nice is it didn't feel like we were. I don't want to say we beat ourselves because I thought the Sharks are very good. Their plans were good. They were organised. They played with passion. Could see how they defended. They had some really good plans. But had we addressed those things that you started this question with, I think the score would have could have been in our favour. So we won't do what happened. If you looked at the URC stats before this round, number one lineup, number one maul, number one scrum, and all today didn't get that picture up. So, but we'll be back next week. I thought he did well. I thought he did well. And obviously by the end we were clearly dominant. It was probably that middle bit that I probably need to relook at because there's one which cost us 3 points where I just, we were starting to celebrate our penalty and then went against. But I think that plan of theirs worked well. But I think credit to us I think by the end we were pretty clearly in charge of the scrums, but they mitigated and they won the scrum penalty battle. So I'm sure they did. Yeah. And then no, I don't think we were like. I don't, but as I said after, it was a curious game. And often when we lose games, when we lose, you think, oh, we didn't work hard enough or that. I didn't fault the effort or the work rate or the desire to win. And in fact, at some stages, until those lineouts that Jan refers to, I thought it was going to be about sort of typical performances of this year, 65 minutes, they start getting the dominance. And the truth is, we have those lineouts, you write one couple down here, and then that probably the match turning one on 68 or 69 minutes where we were 5 yards out, 22-12. We score there. Ends up in a yellow card and a penalty. So that was the big. It felt like then it was almost going to be like one of those performances, didn't it? But